Hello world and welcome back to the bench. I got paperwork, I got ideas. We're going to see if a Commodore 64 keyboard can successfully hook up to an SX64. Tonight's either going to be a great night for me or it's going to be a sad night. So I've read these instructions 3 times, so I kind of feel like an expert. Um, you know, Editor Rich, maybe throw this up here. Someone had posted they managed to take apart and reassemble an SX64 keyboard and found to their surprise that you can actually hack a normal Commodore 64 keyboard to the SX. There is a little chart showing how the pins are laid out for on the C64, which we're all familiar with. It's kind of that straight blade, and it kind of goes from beginning position till end position. And there's the pinhole is empty marker, so you kind of know what's left and what's right. And then they went and did the D25 plug from the rear end. And they show that kind of, short to long, with the way they should relate to plug in to the SX64. Now, I don't know. We're going to see how this goes. Right now, let's get the Commodore 64 down, take a look at the keyboard and what we can do with that. And I'm going to try not to just cut everything up. Maybe there's a way I can kind of patch it together to get an idea before I have to cut it all up. But we'll see. All right, I'll be right back. For those that have been watching other episodes, I guess, or watching the channel, this is the Salvation Army 64, which the motherboard was just toast. Voltage problems, weird stuff, broken traces everywhere. I basically salvaged all the chips I could off of it, and actually used the SID chip from it in here when I saw there was a bad SID chip. So here's the keyboard. Here's that connector that I'm talking about, left to right. You see how there's that empty pin on this side? Well, you probably can't. Empty pin on this side, empty pin on this side, and we start on this side. I think I'm just going to leave it in the top half of this and we'll go from there. Okay, so that looks good there. Here's a cable that I picked up off the intranets that supposedly works with an SX64. This could be a problem too. I mean, it's a ribbon cable with both male ends on it. Wow, wouldn't that just be nice if it went plug? But life's not that nice. Let's take a quick peek. I am just plugging this in here. God, don't do it wrong. What a weird place to put the keyboard cable, but that is what they had and that is what they did. All right, so now I've got, again, I have my chart for the C64 side. I've got my chart for the SX64 side. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 don't touch, and then start basically going from the left side to the 5th pin, 1, 2, 3, 6 pin, and just work your way across with a couple spaces. What can I do to help me make that happen? Let me dig around and see what I have. I'm kind of thinking some of those male-female jumpers that you kind of use with Arduino work. Let me see what I got. 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm too short. We're going to try it being too short and see what. Too short? I don't know how many people remember too short, but that just hit my head. Okay, I need to make it to where I can turn this on and do something with it. So let's kind of make sure I can reach between the two. It's pretty close. Let's make sure, get rid of that. Let's make sure I can reach between the two and put this in a position to where I can also maybe see the monitor, and I can do my little iPhone hookup. That's going to work. And I will need power to this. It is off. I'm going to go ahead and get power plugged in, so when I'm ready I can turn it on. Had to move my little light around to give me a little better view. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on, fit better. It's wedged. You know what? Let's do a very quick multimeter test before I start plugging everything in. So if I touch here and I touch here, oh yeah, we're getting contact. Okay, we're going to keep going. Off, please. There we go. So that means I just kind of keep going down the row. I'll speed this up. We started over. I put all the ones in on the left side, going from A to 7, I think it is, because then we have the blank, we have I, and we have 8. So yeah, I got to 7. I'm going to build the bottom first, which means I need to start with H. Gosh, I wish everything was a little bit longer and easier to work with. Where did I get to? Let me start from the bottom. We'll go from there. Bottom row done. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. The problem looks to be, when I did this a second ago, it looks like there's more pins along the top than I see on my little chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I don't know how to place things. Okay. That's all that was. Now let's try and do the top row without jacking up the bottom row. Okay. We've got, and I'm not testing continuity, I'm just counting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 blanks. And then A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then all the ones on the bottom row, which I am not going to try and touch this and flip anything over. We are just going to leave this the way it is. Oh, I need to push, gosh darn it. I need to push some of those back. All right, don't come unplugged. Okay, let's see what I need my glasses. I can't see anything. Oh, hey, we turned on. That's good. A key. Nothing. B, C, D, E. That's plugged in. That's plugged in. Maybe there's something wrong with my ribbon cable. You know what? Let's turn that off. Oh. Okay. I noticed, what? Okay, I have no clue why that started working, but I seem to definitely. Oh, well, you know what? I didn't hook up all the wires. Okay. Let's stop. QWERTY Okay. OPP and um ASDFGHJKL. That was not the slash. ZXCVBNM. Okay, let me get a couple more wires somehow. I don't think those missing wires are going to cause the issue I'm seeing. What's really interesting, the top half, okay, 9's gone, 0's gone, and then, pound works. Why does pound work? I maybe need to go, clear home works. Okay, shift, okay, some arrow keys seem to be reversed. Okay, so we got life. Something good is going on here. But something bad is happening too. Okay, let's turn things off. You know, I literally just unplugged that connector in the SX64 and replugged it. I don't know why that would make a difference. But let me try and deal with the last 2 rows. Let's see what I can find. Okay. Worst results. Okay, these results are worse than what I had before. Is that because things have moved? Or is this my distance issue? I feel I'm on the right track. And I'm starting to get nervous. Did I test this keyboard? I thought I did, but we're gonna double check that right now. All right, this keyboard's fine. Keyboard's fine. There's just something missing, that some of those keys work and some of those keys don't. Some are getting through, some aren't. Is it literally just my BS hack job and I should feel comfortable stripping things apart? Is that what that really is? Should I feel comfortable doing that? Or was it the distance? Okay. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break and re-look at what keys are working in the keyboard matrix, and then see what I can find out about the SX64 and its keyboard matrix, and come back to this. So for tonight, I have a checkbox that something is happening. Let's see if next night we can push this a little further. But flustered, which I'm sure many of you feel many times on your projects. What was your most flustering project? Tell me below. What made you crazy? Because this is making me a little nuts. I mean, I just wish these instructions would work. I wish it would be this easy. I don't know, maybe I'll just cut everything And or maybe I'll cut this and get a female end and then put male ends on here and see what I can do. I don't know. I need to go read. I think I need to go look things up. Till tomorrow.